Hello, everyone. I'm Chase Lee, and I'm reporting for WeLiveEntertainment.com in the We Live film section. And I'm covering some movies at South by Southwest for this year in 2016. So I got another one to review for you guys, and that would be Demolition. This is the Jake Gyllenhaal fuel movie, and he plays an investment banker who loses his wife in a car accident, and he's kind of just dealing with it. He's coping with the loss and the grievance process and stuff, and we just kind of follow this character around and see just how he deals with it. And that is what's really interesting about this movie. I was looking forward to it because I love me some Jake Gyllenhaal. I love him and everything he's in. So let's get real and break this down. So let's start with the directing and the writing. Now, it's directed by the guy that I'm not even trying to pronounce his name. It's directed by the guy that did Dallas Buyers Club and Wild. And for this one, it's like completely different from Wild and Dallas Buyers Club. I found the story and the overall tone to be kind of darkly comedic with some really strong emotional moments. Like, it was really weird. It was like, because Jake Gyllenhaal's character, he's very absent of emotion when his wife dies and stuff. And you're just like, this is really strange. But at the same time, people deal with loss in different ways. And I love the fact that this story kind of focuses on, loss and the grievance process. Oh, excuse me. That's what was making that itch. So anyways, I appreciate this overall tone because in many movies, when we see movies about loss and grief and stuff, it's just really sad and depressing. I love the fact that this is more darkly comedic and Jake Gyllenhaal is just carrying throughout his life and he doesn't really have any emotions when his wife dies and stuff. And when you find out like more about the story and stuff and like her character and her parents and stuff, it's just like, what? So yeah, no, I think it's just a really interesting take on, grievance and stuff. And so I really appreciate the story and the tone in that regard. And I think it's really well written too, in terms of the dialogue. I love the way Jake Gyllenhaal's character is, and just everything he says is just, she's really fascinating about what he's thinking because of what just happened. So you're just like, what is he going to say next and stuff? So I thought the dialogue and the story overall was very intriguing. Some of the negatives, I guess, some of the characters are just really awful and they're really hard to grasp onto and they're just terrible people. And I honestly don't want to watch this movie again. This is kind of like a one-shot thing. And I don't know, just some of the characters, I just wanted to punch them in the face at the end of the movie. I was like, why? Like, oh, you're so awful. Hey, that's what the director was going for, and he evoked that emotion, but I just hate them so much, and they're so unlikable. But I guess maybe that would be it, and maybe some of the tonal shifting, because there are some really heavy emotional moments, and there wasn't really that much buildup to it. Yeah, it was mentioned in previous scene and stuff, but it just kind of happens, and you're just like, I mean, I like it. It's really emotionally gripping, but, it just didn't really flow well with the narrative. But I appreciate the message just trying to get across. Like I said, I don't like doing spoilers, so I'm trying really hard to like kind of walk around this. But overall, I think the directing and the overall tone, the story is really well done, except for the few aspects about the tonal shifting and some of the bad characters or whatever I just don't really care for. Acting wise, I like Jake Gyllenhaal in this. He doesn't really like blow me away or anything. His character does, like his arc and stuff. I really like his character arc at the very end of the movie. But him as a performer in this one, he's fine. Everyone else is fine. But I do like watching them in this movie. So it's weird. It's like I think the performances are okay, but like I really enjoy their characters and just enjoy watching them. So I don't know, maybe their performances are good, but because when Jake Gyllenhaal's on, his streak right now with like Nightcrawler and like Southpaw and Prisoners and Enemy, it's like this one's fine. So maybe it's just because he's been up here lately to where like this one's just kind of down here, even though I like his character and like I'm just interested in his character. So I don't know. It's a weird, complex relationship between me and this movie. Cinematography wise, there's some really cool shots. The one thing I don't like about this director's type of style is that for the most part, he's got some handy cam shots and like, it'll sit there on the shot and then just kind of do this like this wave. And I'm just like, can we just like, I don't care if it's handy cam, but can we just like tone it down a little bit? Just like a little bit away, but it's like, And it's like the cinematographer was trying to like add some artsy effect to it. And it's like, can we just like calm that down? But other than that, it's a well shot movie and stuff. No complaints there, except for a few of the shots that have the wave effect. Editing wise, it's about an hour and 40 minutes. I think for the most part, it has a nice pace to it, and you are interested in this character because you're like, what is he gonna do next? Like, what is he thinking? His wife just died. Why are you doing that right now? Or like, oh, what are you doing with this? And I don't know. Like, his character is so interesting to where I think it'll keep your interest throughout the movie. I didn't really find any dead parts except for, like I said, some of the tonal shifts or whatever. It was kind of jarring in the editing a little bit, but other than that, I think it's a well-paced movie. So, am I going to see this movie again? Probably not. Even though I like Jake Gyllenhaal, I don't really want to own this movie. It was kind of like a one-shot thing, but I did enjoy it enough to where I liked the character that he played. I was just interested in what he was doing. It was like an observation piece of just observing what this guy was going to do next and how he was going to handle his grievance and stuff, because it was really uniquely different in terms of the typical movie where like, oh, someone died and like they're just so sad by the end of the movie or throughout the movie, and it's like Jake Gyllenhaal's character is kind of optimistic in a weird way, but towards the end you kind of sympathize with them even more. So I don't know. It's just a very unique story, very creative story. It's something I haven't really seen in quite some time. It just kind of catches you off guard. But I do enjoy it for the most part, except for the few aspects that I mentioned that I didn't really care for. But I think it's a very well done movie, and I do recommend it for people. But my grade for Demolition is a B. I think you should go see it. I think it's different enough to where it seems fresh and it seems kind of original. It's just something we haven't really seen, and I am surprised on how funny it is. It was pretty funny in some parts and very emotionally heavy in other parts that worked well with some of the scenes and didn't work well with the others. So that's my thought process on Demolition. But what do you guys think? Do you want to see Demolition? Have you even heard of it? Comment in the place or open my face and let me know. I'm Chase Lee reporting for WeLiveEntertainment.com in the We Live film section, covering some films for South by Southwest 2016. And I have a few more for you guys. So tune in next time for whatever I review next for South by or any film for that matter. I'll see you guys later.